blessing, and every L is a lesson. So when I run into rejection, I know it's only redirection. I see the blessings right beside me, the chances of quitting are likely. I do it like I'm in my Nikes, don't make excuses, they never excite me. Boxes, boxes, I cannot fit in the boxes. Stop it, stop it, quitting was never an option. Exhausted, exhausted, this passion is never exhausted. And you cannot stop it, no, you cannot stop it.
Good morning, Knicks universe. Welcome back to another episode of the Knicks Morning Brew on this Monday, May 6th. Like always, I'm your guy Hector, hanging out with my compadre, my bestie from another mumsy, my guy, Mr. Jiggaman, Porto. You like that? Bestie from another mumsy. I just made it off the top of my head.
That was good, bro. Like, nailed it. That's it. You can literally end the show right there. That was perfect. Like, you know.
Okay, bye, guys. We're ending the show now. Sorry for the
30 minutes late.
Sorry for the late start. We do apologize. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Cito, how you doing?
Good, bro. Like you said, sorry for everybody for the 30-minute late start. Had to go pick up my daughter. You know, it is what it is. You guys, we love you. My kids are always going to come first. Suckers. Bro, I'm excited. We got a Knicks game tonight.
Let them know. What else? What else we got? What else we got? We got some stuff. We got stuff to talk about today.
We got stuff. Like this Wednesday, we're doing the watch party at Triumph Public House. Let's go. So I'm flying into town. We got Heck, we got Phil, we got some of the guys that'll be in town that are coming out. So, guys, if you want to come out and hang out with us Wednesday night, it's free entry.
Yes.
So just come party with us, music. I mean, what is it, like 10 TVs all over the place? I mean, it's great.
It's 10
spot.
plus. It's 10 plus. It's more. I was there last night. It's more than 10 TVs or whatever. They got a big projector as well. This is at the Triumph Public House. This is in Washington Heights in the Dykeman area because we need some Knicks. We need some Knicks watch parties. We need some Knicks representation uptown. I live uptown. So we teamed up with this amazing owner, amazing business. Like Celso said, it's free entry. Right, you guys see the $20 special. It includes a drink, which is either orange and blue Knicks special drink, and it also enters you into our raffles and giveaways. Celso, tell them about the giveaways. What prizes do we have for the people?
I feel like an infomercial. Well, Hector, I'm glad you asked. So, guys, we've got a signed Jalen Brunson. But we got Jalen Brunson basketball. We got a signed Dante DiVincenzo jersey. We've got Morning Brew hoodies. We've got mugs. We got all kinds of stuff we're doing for the giveaways. There's a minimum of at least 5 giveaways going on with the 2 headliners, the Dante jersey and the Brunson basketball.
And this morning, we just confirmed, shout out to my guy from Barker's Back page. He's throwing in a sweater for the giveaway as well. So shout out to my guy, Steve, from Barker's Back page. You guys already know he is killing it right now. He just teamed up with the Roommates Pod. So all the merch that you see coming out from the Roommates podcast, that's all from our friend from the Barker's Back page. So support the Knicks community. It's great to see him started off just like us on Instagram, putting out his designs. And, you know, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, the people from CAA saw that and they decided, you know what, let's bring him on. Instead of going out there and getting some random art student, they decided to get somebody from the community. And I love it.
And shout out to Barker, man. Thank you for the hoodie.
Thank you,
Barker. Throwing in for the giveaway. That's huge. So, guys, what we did was we wanted to make it fair for everybody, especially for the giveaway. So if you're not able to make it, you can still enter into the raffle. So the $20 will literally get you an entry into every single drawing. It's not just one, you're in all of them. So I dropped the link in there. $20 guarantees your entries for the duck races. I also put the link for those of you that want to buy a ticket. That ticket, like Hector said, you're getting a free drink, either the Tibbs or the Glide. So you got 2 there, right? We got those 2. And then look at that. Even the computer knows. So $20 to get into the raffle and $20 if you're going to be out there for the night. And then all kinds of good stuff going on. While we're at it, Friday.
Yes, Jacob. Celso's going to be Petruzzi, my guy. DM me. I'm gonna send you the flyer, whatever. Petruzzi, make sure you show up on Wednesday. If you and your pops could show up, I would definitely appreciate it. Shout out to our guy Jacob Petruzzi, one of the loyal ones, one of the A1 since day one. Shout out to my guy Jacob.
Also, last one, and then we'll jump in and start talking some Knicks, get the open panel. But for those of you in the Carolinas, I locked it up last night. We're going to go to Twin Peaks, Concord Mills Mall area. We locked it down for Friday night. So they gave us a whole area, 10 plus TVs, waitresses, the whole 9. We got $5 Jack and Cokes. We got $3.99 shots all night. So it's going to be a movie. So if you're in the Carolinas, Friday night, I will be out there with Guard Up Knicks Apollo. We've got Knicks Beast coming out. We've got Uncle Fulio. So hit us up if you want to hang out with us. Again, no entry, guy. Everything we're doing is no entry. The perk is if you want to win giveaways. We put the money into the giveaways for you guys. And on that note, go ahead, Hector.
I just want to say one last thing. Folks, you guys all know Stephen Fox that's in the community, right? Uncle Foxy. We all know Foxy. I just want to take this second to give Foxy a big salute and flowers. Foxy has been supporting us, has been supporting me since day one. He messaged me yesterday after the Joe Girardi interview, and I haven't even told you this, so but he just ordered me a mic so I could do proper interviews with my mic. Shout out to Uncle Foxy. Awesome. Again, it means the bottom of my heart. You know, Foxy is a man that I met on the internet back in 2020 when the pandemic and everything was locked down. We met on Uncle Freezy's pod. Shout out to Uncle Freezy as well. We all know Foxy. Foxy is a great person in this Knicks community. So if you see Fox at any other, Stephen Fox at any other chats out there, make sure you give him his flowers. Sorry, so I just wanted to say that real quick.
I love Foxy. Foxy's our guy. That's awesome, Foxy. Hey, you're gonna have a nice little microphone with the logo on it.
Yeah.
Looking all professional and shit. Bring on the Pacers, bitch.
That's right, baby. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Listen.
I mean, go ahead, Heck. I'm gonna let you
start. No, I want to start it off real quick because you brought up Tyrese Halliburton. Shout out to the KOT family. We was on with them at, last night, the Nick of Time show. Shout out to Jay Ellis. Shout out to Ebony. Shout out to Ryan. Even though Lee was late, he still joined us. Shout out to my guy Lee Acevedo. We had a great time. And I brought it up. I know there's a rap battle going on right now between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. When you look at Tyrese Halliburton is Drake. Okay, Jalen Brunson is Kendrick Lamar. I just want to say this one thing. Jalen Brunson, he has scored 40 points in his last 4 games or 3 games, something like that. The last NBA player to do that, shout out to my guy CP the artist, the last NBA player to average the points that he has been averaging over his last 4 games. Do you know there's only one player? Do you know what his name is, Celso?
I do not, Hector. What is his name?
His name is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. It's crazy how still Jalen Brunson is not getting his rightful kudos. Jalen Brunson deserves all the praise, and he's not getting it. How are we going into this series against the Pacers? And for some reason, the New York Knicks, we are still viewed as underdogs. We were the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference, and we're still viewed as underdogs. And we're doing this without our Robin and Julius Randle. We're doing this now without Boji, who's going to be out for the rest of the postseason. How is this man not getting his kudos and his flowers? Go ahead, Sos.
Yeah, no, bro. I mean, I love it. And I love that you were able to use that analogy because when you used it last night on KOT, bro, I was dying when you did the Drake and Kendrick thing. No, I actually am excited, Heck, that they keep putting us at the other dog. Right? Because it keeps them in that same mindset that they've been in all season. Yeah. Snubbing all-stars, snubbing MVPs, snubbing most improved player by 9 minutes, subbing coach of the year, you know what I mean? Like, you guys have literally thrown shade at the Knicks all season. So us being that underdog, I love every second of it. So when we walk away victorious, they can suck it. But how do we go up against the Pacers as the underdog? Like, I just don't see it. Maybe that's my fandom, but how do they literally say that like just because maybe they have more bench pieces? Like, tell me, Heck, because I don't get that. I don't understand betting at times at all.
I honestly don't know, right? I think that, they're putting the whole Julius Randle not being in this series as a big factor, which it is a big factor. I'm not trying to sleep on the impact that Julius Randle has had on this team this year and last year. Without Julius Randle, we are missing that enforcer in the paint. We're missing that tough guy that if anybody was to act up against Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle is right there to get in that player's face. I'm not saying we don't miss Julius Randle, but what I'm saying is what we're seeing right now from the New York Knicks, what we're seeing right now, especially from Jalen Brunson, is special. He has taken his game up to another level. Jalen Brunson finished as a top 4 scorers point per game this season. I'm not sure if Knicks fans realize that. He averaged 28 points per game. He was 4th in the NBA in scoring. Why are they sleeping on Jalen Brunson? I'm glad Paul Pierce, he's starting to eat his words. I'm glad all these other talking heads on these blue check marks, they're starting to eat their words, but they're still throwing shade at the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson. Look at it right now. I'm going to just say this thing right now. Jalen Brunson has been in the league for how many years? 6 seasons, right?
Sounds
Do
right.
you know right now, year 6, Jalen Brunson averages more points per game and more assists per games than Steph Curry did in his year 6 season? Do you guys realize that? Does anybody realize that?
They
Go
do
ahead,
now.
Celso, I'm done.
Nah, bro, you know, we talked about it yesterday. And what excites me about Brunson, obviously, more than just the fact that who he is, but we saw the downside of his playoffs, the first 2 games of the playoffs, right? It's not the, oh, is he going to come back down to reality conversation? And no, he struggled those first 2 games, and now he's been in Brunson mode the entire time. So he found his groove now going into the second round to where, how could you not put any more respect on this man? Especially, I mean, bro, that last game that we walked away with the win, I'm okay with them not showing him the respect because it's made him be that black hoodie dog. Like Rock said, we're underdogs to the dogs. Like, we are those dogs, bro. Real quick, before we jump in, I want to do open panel and everything, but let's do a roll call, bro, because I see we got
Let's do it.
all
We got a
kinds
few
of
in the building. We got 130 in the building. If you guys can, smack that like button and hit that subscribe button for the familiar Mets, Knicks fans. Let's go. It's in the building. Salute to you. 3 capital S's. My guy, Truth, always is in the building. Truth, my guy, I hope all is well. God bless you and your family. Corey Lee is in the building. Big Unc, how you doing? We got Sherwin in the building. NYC B-Ball RA is in the building. My guy, Rock Hot Takes is in the building. The OG of all OGs, my guy, Double A, the finest and fittest 60-year-old that I know in my life is my guy, Double A. Double A be at the old folks' home taking everybody's SSI money. That's what my guy. That's why Double A hasn't been here. Double A, I miss you, bro. Jacob Petruzzi is in the building. My guy Jonathan is in the building. We shouted him out earlier, but shout out to CP, the artist. On Dios NYK is in the building. Great Breton is in the building. Breton, BX Chris. Let's go. Queens Court is in the building.
All right.
My AirPod just died, so whatever you're saying, I can't hear you, so go ahead. I'm switching it up.
That explains the random pause. It was like, dead silence. But let's talk about it, bro. Right? Because you talked about Brunson, but I want to talk about outside of Brunson. And chat, get ready, because you know the routine. Here's the questions that you'll come up on the open panel with. But who needs to be that X factor for you, Heck? Who's not Brunson? And not even in the series, just like, let's start with game 1, bro. Like, to set the tone, who do we really need to see outside of Brunson?
It's weird because Charles Turner right here in the chat, shout out to Charles Turner. The times that we have faced Philadelphia this season, there was only one time at the beginning of the season, first time we matched up against them, that we were healthy. Right? That we had everybody, even though RJ and IQ was still part of that team, we had every piece that we needed, and it was a tight game that we lost. We lost them, I think, by a few points. And then the trade happened with RJ and IQ. We played them around New Year's Eve, that 30th, without anybody. We got dog walk. Then the next time we played them, we didn't have Julius Randle or OG. We got dog walk and that one. So for me, it's kind of hard to gauge our matchup with the Pacers. But the key factor for me is, yes, Jalen Brunson is going to go off. We already know what Jalen Brunson is going to do. We're going to need Josh Hart to still play at the same level he was playing in round 1 against the 76ers. We're going to need Dante DiVincenzo to step his game up because he wasn't scoring as much against Philly. Credit to Philadelphia. They were keying in and working Dante, making sure he wasn't scoring. So when you have Indiana, who's not good defensively like the 76ers, I want to see Dante start going off. But the key factor for me is, like I said, Jalen Brunson's going to get his points. Josh Hart still needs to be Josh Hart from round 1. Dante needs to have a Dante DiVincenzo game that we're familiar or used to from the regular season. And, of course, OG Anunoby has to knock down his open shots when available.
Yeah, you know, and I said this before for those that were with us last night in the chat with the KOT show, is, you know, but the fact is,
no, I can't hear you. Yeah, well, all right. So with Celso saying, no, but for me, like I said, Dante DiVincenzo, because when you look at it, the games that Dante played against the Indiana Pacers, against the Philadelphia 76ers, they kept them quiet. right? I think there was one game that Dante went off, and it was the last game we faced against the 76ers, and we needed that, right? Especially down the stretch. You guys saw how tough it was down the stretch. You good, bro?
That, bro, like the power, like, did you see it? The light flickered, everything.
It just flickered or whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, hell. But I know we were talking about, what was the record with the Pacers and all that.
Yeah.
You asked in the chat, and I mentioned it last night. It's one of those ones where it doesn't even make sense to even bother looking at what happened in our matches against each other this season. They never played us with a Mitch and an OG. They never played us the squad that we are now. They didn't play us like that. So anything happened with them this season means absolutely dick at this point. I'm looking at the fact that this team that is that over 110 scoring offense, high powered, this is a team that in their last series was held under 100 points 2 or 3 times. Okay, by a team who their defense is on no level of what our Knicks defense is. So if the Bucks can hold them under 100 points with their shitty defense, I'm sorry. The biggest factor for us is going to be the fact that our defense is going to hold that pace. The Pacers don't have enough film to see what we can do as a unit. I'm sorry. I really feel that way. I do.
Yeah, we had when you look at it, right, even like Deuce McBride, his last 2 games against the Indiana Pacers this season, he had a game February 1st where he played 29 minutes. Deuce McBride had 16 points in that game, right? So Deuce McBride was solid. His next game against the Pacers was February 10th, a week later. He only played 11 minutes, but in those 11 minutes, he was able to still get 6 points. When you extrapolate his last game, 11 minutes, and you put that in the per 36 on online or whatever, that 6 points turns close to 19 and a half points. So the times that we faced Indiana at the beginning of the season, they didn't face this version of Deuce McBride. The Deuce McBride that we seen post the RJ and quickly trade getting OG and Anunoby is a different version of Deuce McBride. And I think the Knicks, they found the diamond in the rough with Deuce. Deuce played in this postseason, even though the last game he struggled. Right, he struggled to miss his first 3 3-pointers or whatever. He was still able to knock down that one in the 4th quarter when we needed it the most. So credit to Deuce McBride, credit to Miles. That young kid is stepping it up, and it's a different version of the Knicks when we have OG out there, when we have Mitchell Robinson out there. Our defense is tremendously better. And the one issue that the Indiana Pacers have had this entire season, and I pointed it out on the KOT show last night, they give up the most offensive rebounds in the entire NBA. The New York Knicks are a top 3 team when it comes to offensive rebound. We saw it against the 76ers. Majority of our points came from the second chance, third chance opportunities. So make sure we clean up and we out rebound and out hustle the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We know, like, just facts, like not fandom, facts. Like, look at the numbers. We are definitely the way better defensive or rebounding team, period, right? Like, that's not a question. I think what was the Pacers, like 20, we talked about last night, 26th in the season for what they had on rebounds. Like, they were shitty.
They were 27th on total rebounds. They were last in offensive rebounds given up.
So I know we're going to win that offensive boards. We know that. But what's going to need to happen in this game is back to what you were saying with Josh Hart, right? But we need that on the defensive side, right? We need to stop that team from having that fast pace. And how do you stop fast pace? Don't let them get second shot opportunities. Get your defensive and offensive rebounds, right? Handle that. That pace will be our pace. OG on defense automatically is going to change any Pacers pace. Okay, we talked about it. Our biggest thing is going to be making sure if you've got OG and whoever, and we'll get into it, who's covering Siakam, who's handling this, and don't let the guys get open on their threes. You do not want to walk away from this game where we're mad about what we talked about yesterday. Heck, Nesman, Harris, you don't want those McConnell names waking up in the morning saying, I hate McConnell. I don't want to wake up to that. You lock those guys down, our defense can really hold this team down, bro. But
just point something out. Just one point something out. CP the artist. I have a speech impediment. Hold on, wait 1 second. Don't be ableist in the chat. All right, I understand that. Right, we saw it. Right, I have a speech impediment. Right, I have a chipped tooth that makes word come out differently.
I gotta say it for what it is. I gotta say this. We all know for a fact Hector can never be a stand-up comedian because he would attack every heckler. Hold up. You would attack everybody.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. Shout out to my guy, CP the artist in the chat.
No heckling in the chat. All right. What do we expect or what do we need to see differently?
Oh, you know what I need? You know what I need? What I need from Tom Thibodeau and Blood of the Panther, just put it in the chat. Right. This is what I need. No, not that. Not that. Not that. They not like us. This is what I'm gonna need Tom Thibodeau to play at the beginning of every Knicks shoot around, because the Indiana Pacers are not like us. They are not like us. The same way Drake is not like Kendrick. They are not like us. They don't play defense the way that we play defense. They don't hustle the way that we hustle. Right? Patrick Beverly said it. Even though the Bucks lost, Patrick Beverly called out Tyrese Halliburton. It's easy for you to get 10 points when you hold the ball for 40 minutes and you pass it to somebody in the last second to get 10 assists. So shout out to Patrick Beverly for that shade.
It's true. But that's why I asked, bro. What do we expect from Tibbs? Do we need to see anything different than what he's been doing? Or do we just need to see more of the same Tibbs consistency that we've actually been seeing?
The same Tibbs consistency that we have been seeing, but at the same time, this is a matchup.
Come out! Happy birthday, Cheesy Soul Cakes!
Hey, Cheesy Soul Cakes! Happy birthday, my guy! Happy birthday! Jacob Petruzzi says, "Heck, any more construction? Yeah, there's construction going on right now. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. I apologize about the construction going on outside my building. They started at 6:15 this morning. That's how pissed off I was. But no, for me, this is a matchup that Jalen Brunson is going to take personal. Jalen Brunson, right? Tom Thibodeau, you could basically say that's his godfather. That's his second father. He known Tom Thibodeau's known Jalen Brunson ever since he was a baby, right? So you're not going to tell me that Tom Thibodeau and Jalen Brunson are not going to take this matchup personally. The same head coach that did not want to play Jalen Brunson or didn't believe in Jalen Brunson in Dallas. It's crazy, right? In 2004, the Dallas Mavericks, they let a free agent leave, an all-star point guard who wound up becoming an MVP, leave the Dallas Mavericks, and they left their European superstar without a Robin in 2004. And it's crazy. In 2024, Mark Cuban, you did the same shit. You let Jalen Brunson walk away, and you left your European superstar with no Robin.
Hey, it's in our benefit. I'm dropping open panel link in there. I want to pull this one up, Heck, because I saw Charles Turner. I just hope we don't run out of gas with our short rotation. And I brought it up because we've seen this one nonstop, right? It's one of those topics, Charles, where, let's be real, every content creator is talking about it. Everybody has a take on it, an opinion and all that. And I'll let Hector answer it as well. But for me, Charles, our conditioning of just our 7 guys, even if Tibbs was to stay with the 7, which hopefully we're all hoping we're going to see an 8, right? With a Precious in there. This series seems like it calls to have Precious coming in there, especially because him and OG know Siakam, right? Maybe some of you are still preaching for Burks because some of y'all must smoke really good shit that I haven't found. So I can't say yes to Burks, but I think our conditioning is what helps us handle that bench, Charles. The fact that we have 7, 8, technically 9 guys that know they can go 40 plus, that is what helps us keep up with their extended bench. And I think to follow that up, bro, the best one I saw in there was the Bucks won 2 games without stars against the Pacers.
Yeah. I think that's a big point that people aren't looking at. Again, we got over 200 people in the building right now rocking out with us. If you guys can, please smack that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. You guys see the heart that's on the bottom of the screen, right? YouTube is trying to be the new TikTok, so they're switching up their algorithm. If you guys can, it's not just the like and subscribe. You got to smack the emoji, right? So if you guys can, just smack the heart, smack the emoji. If you guys don't mind doing it just for the next 30 seconds, please. It helps us out tremendously. Getting the live to other Knicks fans too, so we could grow the conversation. I see we got Double A backstage. We're going to bring him up in 1 second. I want to shout out my guy, the Wiz Kid in the building. Salute my young, bright-skinned brothers. Tibbs needs to be more flexible and open to using his players to maximize efficiency, which means playing Precious, especially when the lineup works. And to piggyback off what you said, I'm going to say real quick before we bring Double A, and we got Rock backstage as well. One of my favorite movies growing up was Coach Carter. Have you seen the movie Coach Carter? Right? You've seen Coach Carter. What was the one thing that Coach Carter preached to his kids? We're going to run. You guys, when you come to practice, you're literally going to be like track star. You guys go to run miles and miles and miles. You know why? So when the fourth quarter comes and it's time for crunch time, the other team is tired and you're not tired. Even though the Knicks, we do have a short rotation. This team is used to playing 45 plus minutes. Jalen Brunson is used to playing 40 plus minutes. He played a couple of games so far this postseason against the 76ers, but one game against the 76ers. And overtime, he played over 50 minutes. Him and OG both played over 50 minutes. Josh Hart played 47 minutes. So this team is used to playing that amount of minutes.
It's true. Double A, give me a thumbs up, man. I missed that muscle, man. You ready? Double A, bring him up. Double A is in the building.
My guy. Double A.
Oh, snap. I definitely hit the wrong
miss
button.
you, Unc.
What's going on, fellas?
What's
Tell me,
up,
baby,
bro? How you been?
Double A.
I know, big, happy, man. I mean, we got by the 76ers, and that brings to thought, why in the hell would we be underdogs after that series we had against the Sixers?
I don't know, Double A.
I mean, I'm sorry. As much as I hate how nasty and dirty the Sixers were playing, especially Embiid, who I had like big respect for before that, I don't think that you take Turner and Halliburton and compare them to Maxey and You know what I'm saying? I don't see how they can see that the Pacers have a chance, and they don't have a chance unless Tom Tibbs becomes Tom Tibbs. We can't play 7 guys, bro. I know these guys can play 40, 45 minutes, whatever, but just because we can, that don't mean we should. And this goes back to what I was saying during the season, even though, these guys are not going to be part of the regular rotation. If you get a chance, sprinkle them in, let them get a couple of minutes here and there. I'm talking about Toppin. I'm talking about somebody that maybe we could plug in there for a few minutes that has proven themselves. Because right now, I understand you can't throw these guys out here because we don't know what they can do. No way we can throw them out there. So it's kind of late for that. But somebody like Precious, Hector, and Jigga, come on, dude deserves the minutes. He showed against Philly he could be an asset. You know what I mean? He can be an asset.
I agree with you, bro. I think this is one of those ones where I don't even think it's really speculation if we see Precious, right? It's one of those like we should see Precious. Like you can't sell me on why we wouldn't, because again, the familiarity just alone that him and OG have against the outcome is huge, right? So you know what he can contribute. So I agree with you. Bring in, definitely need more than that 7. My problem, Double A, is people are trying to sell me on we should give Alex Burks a chance. No. And I said it last time. I'm going to say it again. If someone shows you who the hell they are, believe them. Okay. Yeah. If we're saying, hey, I want Alex Burks in there just for a couple of minutes of rest, not count on anything, fine. But then for that, give me Toppin. Put some Toppin on Toppin. If it's just a matter of rest, I'd rather have Toppin on Toppin than an Alex Burks who's guaranteed to throw up a brick, guaranteed to take a shot that's going to end up in points for the other team. So you cannot sell me on Alex Burks. I don't care if you bring in a Toppin, bring in a Shake just for a couple of minutes because we have a lead and we need rest. But do not bring Alex Burks. Sorry.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. And you know why the hate? Backing up what you were speaking on earlier, Heck. I mean, the hate for the Knicks is just going on and on and on.
It's crazy.
And then it's crazy how we're on TNT and you got Barkley and Shaq talking trash after trash after trash. Yet we win the game and you don't hear nothing.
Crickets. Crickets.
You don't hear nothing.
Cricket.
And then you got Butler, whose team just got bounced talking trash. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Please.
If I wasn't injured, we would have beat the Knicks. We would beat. Shut up, fool.
Well, exactly. when it comes to Butler, I give him a little bit of a pass because the man was sauced. He was sipping, sauced. He was sipping on something nice. So I give Butler a pass just because he's an NBA player. Double A. If you was in Jimmy Butler's shoes, you would have probably said the same shit. I know I would. I know if I was in Jimmy Butler's shoe and I dog walk the New York Knicks, guarantee if I'm in front of a Knicks fan, I'm definitely going to try to talk my ish. So I give Jimmy Butler more of a pass just because of he was kind of poking the bear with Tom Thibodeau. Right. And Tom Thibodeau leaned into it and responded. Tom Thibodeau was like, I don't know who that person is, but if I do know who that person is, I'll beat the shit out of them. Like to see Tom Thibodeau act like that, I'd like that. But when you break it down to like the talking pundits, right? The folks that are on TNT, the folks that are on ESPN, those are the guys that their words they get clipped and they get recycled. People don't understand there's a lot of power in these microphones that are in front of us. We're a very small YouTube channel, right? So even when it comes to our channel, we don't have the same pool like ESPN does. We don't have the same pool like FS1 does, right? So when one of those guys, they say something disparaging about Jalen Brunson, that 30-second clip is circulated through the internet. And now this is the narrative that the novel or just the random NBA fan is going to have, because that's the clip that they see circulating. Instead of a clip seeing Jalen Brunson, where I brought it up earlier, that stat, he is doing stuff that the last person to do it was Michael Jordan. And that right there is not being talked about, the big pundits. It's crazy how those same guys will love to go hard for Michael Jordan anytime LeBron name get brought up. But when you have a player who's doing the same exact thing Michael Jordan did in the playoffs, you hear nothing about it. They don't even mention Michael Jordan in the same sentence as Jalen Brunson.
No.
And I'm not saying Jalen Brunson is this version of Michael Jordan. I'm not saying that. I think that I will be foolish to say that he doesn't dunk, he doesn't defend. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when you look at what he's doing on the court, you can't deny numbers don't lie. People do.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it a million times. It's just it seems like everybody says it. Knicks for clicks. We've all known that for years, right? You actually get more clicks and attention when you're talking bad on our team, right? So for us as fans, we're like, what the hell? We're so used to it. But they get
shout out to my guy Blood of the Panther, the top moderators of all the mods. Blood, I hope to see you this Wednesday. If you and your lady are able to make it, we'd definitely love to see you. Just to let people know, this bar, it's both outside and inside, right? So they do have some outside seatings. If you guys want to hang out outside, they play the audio and you can still see the game from the outside. So it's just because if you're on the outside or on the inside, you can still experience the game. Just want to let everybody know that.
And people are buying raffle tickets. I'll grab all the names and shout them out afterwards. So shout out to all you in the chat that are buying the raffle ticket entry. The link is there. $20 gets you into everything. Jalen Brunson basketball, Dante DiVincenzo jersey, all kinds of good stuff. Double A, before you go, bro.
Page stuff. Go ahead.
Prediction, brother. Predictions.
Go ahead,
So
Double A.
you beat me to the punch.
What do you think?
Go ahead, Double A.
Was that it?
Double A. Go ahead. I'm trying to figure out how do you say double A in Spanish. Double A. That's how you say it, right?
Double A.
Mira. They call me Mira. Mira.
Double A. Go.
Look, just like the Sixers game, I thought each game was going to be close, but we had a chance to sweep the series, which we did. But unfortunately, we lost a couple of the close ones. But against Indiana, it's a different animal because we should whoop their ass every game thoroughly. But it's going to come down to minutes and stamina, keeping up with them. But I think we'll handle them. They might get one. I'll play it safe. Knicks in 5.
Love it, Double A. Double A, I'm so glad you're here, bro, to start my Monday the right way. I've missed you, bro. And you know me. I also want to thank you, bro, because the call, the other day, thank you so much,
is good. The fam is good.
My son is officially right now at work for the first day, trying to see if we can get through the day. We see the specialist in a week, but my son literally last night had me dying laughing. He's like, Dad, tell the community. I said, thank you for the prayers. I was like, okay, cool. All right.
Double A, just so you know, Double A, I'll be down in Tampa next month. So when I'm down there in Florida, I hit you up so we can link out. Go grab some lunch. I'll go see you. Okay.
Oh yeah. All right, bro. Do that,
bro. We'll talk to you next
time. Later. And I see Mets fan. Let's go in the chat. Where is the watch party? I'm gonna let you know right now. The watch party is going to be at the Tryon Public House. This is in Washington Heights, Inwood. It's literally down the block from the A train. Right, it's 25-30 minutes away from Madison Square Garden. You can take the A train right to Dyckman Street, and it's literally right down the block. So if you guys have issues traveling, you can take the A train to Dyckman. If you guys want to drive, there's tons of parking. So let them know about the parking. If you can't find parking on the street, there is a garage a couple of blocks away that is literally just $15 or $20 just for the next couple of hours. Just so everybody know. Oh, you're muted,
muted. I dropped the link for the watch party for this one, and I dropped the link for the raffle tickets if you guys want to jump into that. And then like again, Friday, guys.
Jalen Brunson signed autographed basketball, PSA certified. Dante DiVincenzo, PSA autograph signed jersey. We got some Knicks Morning Brew Sports merch as well. And shout out to our friend from Backer's Pack page who's giving us some merch to give away as well. It's going to be a good time. Make sure everybody shows up. We got Rock backstage. Rock, let's get a thumbs up. So anything else before we bring up Rock?
We'll talk about the Carolina watch party afterwards. Rock is in the building. All right. Here we go. It's story time with Rock.
How we doing, guys? How we doing?
I'm good,
brother. I'm good, brother.
For those that are not familiar with the background, my prediction for this series is pain. Pain for the Indiana Fakers. It's going down. They don't have a chance. It's over. We're going to the Eastern Conference. I'm not giving them no credit. This is the Indiana Pacers. We hate them. We do not like them. We don't like their colors. Like nothing about them. Tyrese Halliburton was relevant 1 week this whole season, and it happened to be All-Star break where he wore a tank top to the club. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. Well, listen, guys. Hope you guys are doing great. But look, it's going to be a painful series for the Indiana Pacers. We are going to beat this team just the same way we beat other teams. And they don't have an answer for it at all.
True.
And they don't even have film to look at from our roster to gauge how to guard us, right? All they know is this whole fake narrative going around NBA circles now that Jalen Brunson dribbles the ball all the time. And he does. Well, guess what? He's one of the best. He is the best player in the playoffs, right? So I don't mind him holding the ball for a long time. Right. So we'll see. I'm just excited, to get back to basketball. We got like quick turnarounds Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it'll be interesting to kind of see, hopefully Tibbs, I think he has to put an eighth man in there just for stretching out the game a little bit. But hopefully we get some nice changes. And, look, we get a W. The game one is important. We got to get game one. Then we can start really talking smack after that. But, we got to get game one.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been talking about it, right? Like the rivalry because of the names, right? It's not truly a rivalry with this existing team, right? I look at rivalries like right now, but the Pacers, the lore of the Pacers and Knicks series, right? The Reggie Miller. I made the joke yesterday with Hector. I was like, I felt like I was in a movie today. Now, granted, I drank a little bit of smoke, but I felt like every single person that looked at me was looking at me like this. I was like, what the fuck? Everywhere I turned, bro, everybody was like this. I was like, not this time. Time. And then they announced Reggie's calling the game. I gotta listen to this fool all night.
I never watch it on any other.
I do it in playback.
I'm right there with you, Rock. I'm right there with you, Rock. But this is the thing, right? Just like Celso said, this postseason, first of all, credit to the Philadelphia 76ers, right? Right. That series, Knicks versus the Sixers, was the most competitive series in the playoffs so far. So I just want to say credit to the Philadelphia 76ers. I know it was a lot of making jokes on the timeline and stuff, but let's be honest, that was a very competitive series against the 76ers. It was the only series that the margin for victory was always under double digits.
Yeah.
Always, there was that one game that they stole away from us that they won by 10 points. Besides that, we are the only series that had under 10 points when it comes to the win-loss differential between both teams. So credit to them, right? Yeah. But like you said, Rock, when it comes to Indiana, when it comes to the Pacers, I don't fear the Pacers, right? I feared more the 76ers than the Pacers. Last year, Celso, you remember my favorite game last year in the playoffs was shitting on the city of Cleveland because they don't got nothing. Who the hell goes to Cleveland for vacation? So now I'm setting my eyes on the city or the state of Indiana. This is the top 8 tourist attractions in Indiana. The Children's Museum is 1. The Holiday World and Splashing Safari is 2. The Indianapolis Zoo, the new fields. If you guys don't know what it is, it's just fields of just Christmas lights. That's dumb as fuck. Okay, the next one is Fort Wayne's Children's Zoo. You got 2 zoos as your top tourist attraction. Then you got the Indiana Dunes, which is just a desert with just water. Then you got the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Okay, cars, cool. Then the Lucas Oil Stadium. That's it. Y'all don't got shit in Indiana. Don't got nothing. There's more tourist attractions on one block of Mott Street than you have in the entire state of Indiana. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, listen, their best player, and I can't wait for Clyde Frazier to say it during the broadcast if he's calling the game, is from Oshkosh, Ohio, right? Okay. So, there's nothing really. I wish I had something more elaborate, more stats. I'm actually looking at some of their players right now. I don't even know who's going to guard Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter, but they don't even have size to throw at Jalen, right? Like they have these young guys that I don't even know what they're expecting. And Obi Toppin, oh my God, missed the leak out for the dunk. Okay, go for it. Your mom and dad will be very proud.
I mean,
let's just hope you finish it.
One of their top scorers for their playoff series was Obi Toppin. Like, let that play out. Like Obi was, you know what I mean? Like, again, the best. And I said that, and I know I sound like a broken record, and I don't care. But the biggest benefit of us having that second seed was we took the harder challenge up front. Oh, why would you guys want the Sixers? Why would you want to go that route? Well, guess what? We did. We took the harder punch up front. Absolutely. Now, to me, again, I'm not saying that the Pacers are not a decent team. I'm sorry. If I could say the lines just get to the dance, anybody has a chance in the playoffs, that applies for everybody. But when you look at the stats for stat, they cannot handle our defense. So, yes, by us winning that first round with the Sixers, making it that we have this easy right here, so then we can prepare for that big challenge right after them. And I can't wait till we start talking about that next challenge. But you said it. Who's going to guard Brunson? You're going to see a lot of the same bull crap, right? The two guys trying to come up, stop him half court, all that.
I'm going to read off 3 names to you and tell me if you have even heard of these guys. And this is in their rotation.
Go ahead.
Andrew Nembhard, okay, right?
Yep.
Ben Shepherd, okay. Aaron Neesmith. I've never even heard of these guys. Who are these guys?
First of all, the first 3 people sound like traveling preachers going to different congregations. That's what the first 3 sound. This is Andrew Nembhard from the congregation from Philadelphia. That's who he sounds like.
I will also say I agree with you, NYCB ball. Reggie not as bad as Richard, but hey, both of you guys, Heck and Rock, you guys realize there is no MSG tonight. MSG was done. Yeah, that's it. So you only have TNT or NBA.
MSG only did round 1. The local broadcast, they only do round 1. After that, because we went through that last year.
I can't.
Yeah, but no, for me, I can tolerate Richard Jefferson over Reggie Miller for the simple reason Richard Jefferson is closer to my age, right? Richard Jefferson, he understands meme culture online, so that's why I like Richard Jefferson. Reggie Miller, that he don't even know how to copy and paste a YouTube link and put it on Facebook. That's how old Reggie Miller is. Okay, he's like my mom. My mom calls me, "How do I take your video and put it on my Facebook?" That's what Reggie Miller is.
I was listening to him. I think he was doing the Timberwolves game or another game. He's like, "That's not a foul. That's not a foul." Like that's all. That's his analytic take. That's not a foul. I guess anyone's better than Doris Burks, but we'll figure it out, man. But listen, guys, I know you guys got a lot of callers, but I'm gonna leave you with this last one. Although they're gonna tell us this, remember they lost that series. All right.
Yeah, nailed it.
Appreciate you.
We'll talk to you tonight. Pain.
Later, Rock. That's my guy, Rock. Salute to Rock. I hopefully Rock, if he's able to, I forgot to even ask who he's up, if he's able to come to the watch party. If you guys can't, like I said, it's free entry to the watch party. You guys are just buying raffle tickets to enter the giveaway. We got a Jalen Brunson signed autographed basketball. We got a Dante DiVincenzo jersey. We got Morning Brew merch, and we got Bacher Backpage merch as well. Corey Lee is backstage. Big Unk, let me get a thumbs up. Let me know you're ready to rock out, my guy.
Let's go, Corey.
Corey Lee. Blue. One half of the 718 boys is my guy, Corey Lee. Unk, you just muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Yes, good morning. Hey, how y'all feeling this day? Man, thank you for the positivity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my man, Jiggaman, you know what I'm saying? I need that little inspiration every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to a bunch of these crazy Knicks fans and these outside people. Listen, man, stop begging for validation. We validate ourselves every time we put our foot in somebody's ass. All right, Conyo, they kicked our ass. Guess right. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about what Charles Barkley says. You know what I'm saying? The undereducated, Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's supposed to be has a doctorates and I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mastered that degree 10 years ago. But anyway, outside of that, listen, man, positive energy, you know what I'm saying? Positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Knicks fans, let's come together. We got 2 more hurdles to go. 2 more hurdles to go. You understand what I'm saying? Let's put the KO. My man stole my thing about, you know what I'm saying, the pain, because you know that was me last week. We brought that pain. But he's cool, he can have that. You know what I'm saying? He can have that. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for the butcher. The butcher's gonna go bananas on the glass, because ain't nobody gonna box him out. You know what I'm saying? A man who wears pearls cannot tell me ish. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know who I'm talking about, I'm Miles Turner.
He said the pearls instantly.
You know what I'm saying? And pink. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, they say pink's the new white. Yeah, right. Ask your wife that with her white drawers when she come home late. But still. But outside of that, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I think we're gonna do the right thing. It's all about defense. You know what I'm saying? Control the glass. We control the pace.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about Obi. Obi's gonna sit there and be like, "Damn, I made a mistake." You know what I'm saying? Because if he rethunk about what the hell he did and how he got to crying, he would have had an all-star year this year. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. So well, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? I like that face, Heck. Make that face again.
No. I'm making this face because for some reason they're not letting me look at the tickets in the Indiana arena anymore on game time. I was able to look at them.
Oh no, because you know why? Because the owners bought them out because they know we're coming.
They're not even letting me look at the games. They only let me look at games at the Garden. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Keep talking.
Nah, son, I'm telling you, yo, the owners bought us out because he know we're coming. I'm telling you,
those tickets. You know, when everybody was talking about last week about how you can get an airplane flight from New York, all that, and get there for the same price as one ticket to the Knicks. As of yesterday, those Pacers tickets, they started skyrocketing, and it's because we're buying them. It's the Knicks fans. You know, the flights are being packed out. Well, you know how we travel, which is huge.
Yo, what'd you say? Ain't too many things to go see in Indiana.
Yeah, ain't nothing shit to see in Indiana. You can find like 2 raceways, you know. I think Blood of the Panther put it in the chat. Coney Island is Disneyland to people in Indiana. If they had a Coney Island, that'd be Disneyland to them.
But I want to go back to what you were saying, Corey, when it comes to Miles Turner.
The cheapest ticket in Indiana is $89 for Game 3. That's the cheapest ticket in Indiana. $89.
So you flying with Mountain Air? Go ahead.
The cheapest ticket in the Garden is $362. Go ahead, so my fault.
You said the cheapest tonight is $362 in the Garden?
In the Garden, $362 in the Garden. It's 89. It's 89 in Indiana. $362. I could literally probably like take a bus out there, sleep in a horrible Airbnb or a horrible motel. I sleep in the airport. I don't fuck. All right, go ahead, so I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I figured maybe we'll talk Knicks again. Turner, you know, you brought him up, right? I think it's across the board. We have to focus on our perimeter defense because we know, Corey, earlier in the season, sometimes we struggled with a little bit of that perimeter defense, right? We're clogging up inside and they're leaving those guys out. And that's where I can see we have to pay attention to this series. You got Obi's ass sitting in the corner there, right? You got Turner over here. Same thing, you know. So if we're able to really put a lock on Siakam, I don't think Turner can be a problem. We got to know, though, that he could be a problem if you leave him out there and he hits those shots.
Listen, I understand that, and I feel your slight trepidation because
hold on. You know me better than that, Corey. No trepidation. And if I will show my futures bet. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull up our futures bet. Go ahead.
You ain't gotta go through that. Come on, man. We family, man. You know what I'm saying? How do you know? Yo, you the only Latinos that I know. You know what I'm saying? Who will be on CP time? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Just so people know, the definition of trepidation is a nervous or fearful feeling of uncertain agitation. I needed to look it up because I didn't know what the hell that word was. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that, you know what I'm saying? Expanded my 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 knowledge.
Vocabulary.
Sorry. My vocabulary. Thank you. But seriously, seriously, I'm not sweating that. Listen, Miles Turner, we banged him up a few times, and I'm not even worried about him.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
It's crazy when I can say that oh my God, that my man Hartenstein is a bigger, imposing figure. And I'm not even talking about my dog. I'm talking about Hartenstein is a bigger, imposing figure. He's already been through this, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
with Embiid. Listen, all right, let him dance out there. Let him think he can do something. The pick and pop. That's all we got to do. Cover the pick and pop. And once he knows he ain't getting the ball, go ahead and crash. Control the boards. We control the game. Play good defense. Play straight up like we always do. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to help too much. Halliburton, he's got that pull hammy. You know what I'm saying? You know how that pull hammy goes. Make him work. Make him work. Whoever he's guarding on defense, make him work.
Would you go that route, Corey? Would you put it like make Halliburton steal the show, force him to do it, let him try to be that guy? Because like you said, since the hamstring injury, he hasn't been the same. His playoff numbers are down drastically. Like, it's one of those ones. Go ahead, prove that you can shoot. Prove that, like, give him that openness, right?
Exactly. Crazy. Let him show me that he's ready. You know what I'm saying? Until then, I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with that said, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Corey. Keep going. My fault. Keep cooking. No, I was just going to say, when you look at Tyrese Halliburton's stats in the postseason, he's averaging 32.2 minutes per game, 20.1 points per game. His assist numbers are 10.9 assists per game. But this is what it is. His 3-point shooting, he's getting 7.8 attempts per game. He's only shooting 36.4% from the 3-point line. Right. So I said it yesterday on the KOT show. Make Tyrese Halliburton turn into a shooter. On those pick and rolls, do not fight to go through the screen. Make Tyrese Halliburton prove to us that he can knock down that open three consistently. Once you start knocking down two or three 3-pointers in a row, then you start fighting that screen. Don't let Tyrese Halliburton become that easy, just dump off bullshit assist. I'm going to pass it off in the few last seconds of the shot clock just so I can get an assist when you make it. Make him become a shooter.
And that's why I would play him straight up, Jalen Brunson straight up on him. Because even though Jalen Brunson is not the greatest defender, he is a hell of a willing defender. You understand what I'm saying? In those situations. You understand what I'm saying? That way I'm not really stressing, you know what I'm saying, about what he does too much. You know what I'm saying? And then where our better defenders can go out here and get on these so-called shooters. You know what I'm saying? And do their thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for big things from not necessarily OG, but more so DiVincenzo. I think DiVincenzo, this is his opportunity to really, really wake up, open up, and shine in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking him. Outside the fact that he's hella light skinned, he's my dark horse. And I expressed Josh Hart to be Josh Hart, but I want him to play better defense, close out better. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about the rebounds because we have too many people down there, you know what I'm saying, between Hartenstein, Mitch, and as well as OG, the cleanup. You know what I'm saying? Just play better perimeter defense. And I think we'll be all right, fellas.
Yeah.
Corey, you rocking the playback gang tonight?
Oh, yes, sir. You know that.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll be in there. We'll be in the playback
my
tonight.
guy.
We're going big.
Appreciate you, brother.
Man, I love y'all, man. Listen, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for having me come up here. Yo, I'm going to have Bully up here one day. One day we
please. We gotta get Bully. Bully's been in the chat or whatever. He's never jumped to the open panel. We need the entire 718 boys.
Yeah, that's because Bully, Because you see me like every once in a while. I can give a damn about if I shave or not. But he's pretty, so
He gotta get
he's
right
got
for
to
the
show up.
camera.
He gotta get
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yo, that's my
All
bro
right, so
though. I
Bully,
love him.
we'll schedule it, Bully, with enough
Yeah.
time for you to get right. All right, but let's make it happen.
Yeah,
No doubt,
Corey,
baby. Hey,
appreciate
thank
you.
y'all. No doubt.
Always,
Peace.
always. That's my guy, Corey Lee. Again, shout out to Corey Lee. Been rocking out with Corey Lee for a minute. Again, another person I met through Uncle Freezy in the Blue Orange Tears community. So shout out to Corey Lee. We got Mets 2128 backstage. My guy, Met, how you doing? Let me get a thumbs up. Let me know you're ready to rock
Hold
out.
on.
My guy.
I just dropped the
1
links.
second.
Raffle entry
Go ahead,
ticket,
Sos.
$20. Go ahead, get your raffle entry for the giveaways, guys. Event drink ticket. If you're coming to the event, grab your event ticket. Come hang out. Again, the event is free. $20 gets you into all the giveaways. Free drink at the event. Blah, blah, blah. All that. Mets!
What it do?
Not much. I mean, why is it the press keeps treating Knicks as underdogs? Because of the crap we've had to deal with for the last 20 or so years?
Bro, I don't know. It's the constant shitting on New York Knicks for some reason. They get paid for it, Mets. You know what it is, brother.
True. But still, tonight against Indiana, it's crucial that we get that first win, because we know that if this Knicks team loses game one, it's usually belly up at some point down the line.
So, Mets, I mean, I love when you come up and give your takes, man. What do you see that could be issues for us, like from where you're sitting?
What I've been saying for most of the playoffs, it's the Pacers' speed.
So if we're able to control the rebounding and make sure, one, limiting our turnovers, because the games that we played against Indiana, we were giving up a lot of turnovers that we normally do, and that's what helps Indiana gets on their fast base. Indiana is a team that they're driven by fast breaks, and like Met said, about pace and speed. So if you limit their opportunities, if you limit them being able to hit out the transition, then you're able to stop them, and you're going to turn them into a half-court team instead of a full-court fast break team.
And if we need to, maybe litter the floor of the garden tonight with banana peels so they slip and
You see, but what I love, Mets, though, and I think that's why, when I was talking to Hector last night after we got off the KOT, I love that the biggest one that everybody keeps talking about is pace, because that is easy to control. I'm sorry. I really do believe when you have a defense that we have, again, these guys have not seen us with OG. They haven't seen the OG Mitch. They haven't seen the I heart that we have now, the big I heart that we have now, right? So if we're getting those rebounds, especially on the defensive side, and we keep doing what we do offensively, they're not going to have a chance to even start a pace. So I agree. You lock that pace down, that's their biggest strong suit, and we take that away from them, it's going to be pretty tough.
Here's another complaint I've been having with the rotation set. I'm not a fan of reducing it from 8 to 7. I mean, I had a bad enough issue last year with it going down from 9 to 8. But 8 to 7, that's pushing it a little too far. I mean,
I'm in agreement with you. Go ahead, keep cooking, bro.
The way Thibodeau just pushes my buttons to where I call him a tin man, something that's getting a little redundant on Blue Orange Tears. But still, the point is applicable that should Ihar and Mitch foul out, is Thibodeau going to put in Achua? More than likely, no. He's going to put OG in that spot. And
I can see.
Could be another case of his downfall.
I personally can see Tom Thibodeau putting Precious in there, or not having worries about Precious, because Indiana doesn't play as big as Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they have a lot of big bodies, a lot of length to their team. Indiana is not like that. Indiana is a very small team. So having Precious Achua out there for a few minutes, I think Tom Thibodeau wouldn't be worried about his size, knowing that he can battle against the Pacers better than he was against Philadelphia. Even though he did a solid job against Joel Embiid, Precious Achua did a solid job. It's not about Precious' defense. It's what are you going to get from Precious from the offensive side of things. And Precious being under the basket, I don't have confidence that Precious can go up and just dunk it right there. Matt, how many times did we see Precious get blocked when he was in that one game for a limited minute of times? He got the ball numerous times underneath the basket, and he just kept getting blocked. What's your thoughts, Celso, on that?
Sorry, I was chatting with everybody in the chat and pressing buttons and stuff. I agree with you, bro. I mean, there's nothing that I can't.
I mean, I'm just saying between Achua and Sims, Achua is the lesser of two evils because we know Sims can't be a bully ball player.
Yeah.
You see, I think when we start, a lot of times when we've questioned Tibbs is because it's situations that you don't really know the answer, right? So I want to believe a little bit because, again, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. And this season, Tibbs has been forced into different things. Yes, because of injuries, all that stuff. We've talked about it over and over again. But the point is, he did try new things. He did try the different changes. And a lot of times we saw it because the matchup called for it. This is one of those ones where I feel like it's not a, will Tibbs be crazy and put Precious in? I think this is more of, hey, even Tibbs has to see that the series itself calls for it, right? So again, maybe I'm just fooled because of the season and my fandom and how much credit I've given him flowers to Tibbs because of this season alone. But I got to believe that he looks at it and just facts are facts. It's like, hey, this series does call for Precious. You might want to bring him in. I think we do see him, bro.
Couple with the fact that the Knicks F it up in this series, this puts more burn on the Rangers to bring Lord Stanley back home.
Rangers!
Let's go, Rangers. They got a game tomorrow. Again, we got over 262 people rocking out with us right now. We appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. But we are sitting on 50 likes on YouTube. If you guys can, smack that like button. Let's run the likes up. Let's get it to as close to 100 as possible. Let's do that. And if you can, for the next 30 seconds, just smash the emoji. The emoji army, just start smashing the emoji for your boys. Go ahead, Sos.
I mean, honestly, do you think the Rangers can go undefeated in the Cup playoffs? No. Do they have a shot to win it all? Yes.
Absolutely. And I think they will be the first team, if they were to pull it out, that they'll be the first team to win the President Cup and the Stanley Cup the same season. Normally, when you win the President Cup, there hasn't been a team to win the President Trophy and then win the Stanley Cup in the same season.
It's not in the last 10 or 11, 12 years. I mean, there were the 2013 Blackhawks, the 94 Rangers.
True. Yeah.
Mets, thank you so much for hanging out with us, bro.
You, brother.
We'll talk to you soon. Let's go.
The watch party is going to be in Inwood, right? That was you in the comment section asking about the watch party, or was that someone else, Matt?
That wasn't me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, because that name was Matt also. That's why. My fault. Bye, brother.
Later, Matt.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Bro.
Like,
all right.
Yeah, buddy. I'm excited.
That's a good one,
tonight, bro.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Yo, everybody's takes were dope this morning. We'll keep it going. Let's go a couple more minutes.
Let's go a couple more minutes just because we started late. You know, today we started 30 minutes late. Again, over 260 people in the building rocking. So if you guys can, smack the like button, hit the subscribe. When it comes to subs, we are at 4,238 subscribers on our way to 5K. Help us out. Get to 5K subscribers.
Facts. All right, Heck. We talked about it a little bit last night, and it still bothered me this morning. I know everybody. Jay Ellis gave me his take to kind of calm me down. Ryan gave me his take. We got to hit our damn free throws, and we got to stop with turnovers. We got to hit our free throws, and we got to stop with turnovers. We're also focused on the big key factors of the game, but we always seem to forget the little details that kick us in the ass. And we all know we saw it last series. Please hit your free throws. Stop with the stupidest turnovers. Like, we literally put ourselves in these holes at times. I've yet to see another team put it to us in a way that we just can't handle it. Nah, we're the ones turning over. We're missing free throws. Lock that up. We need that in this game, bro.
Seriously. No, same thing. Make sure you stick to what was good for us this season, and that's defense and that's rebounding, right? You got to make sure you're blocking out Indiana. Do not let them get easy putback points. And against the Philadelphia 76ers, we were good on the rebounding. In the last game, Philadelphia got way more second chance opportunity than they did for the entire series. And that's what we need to make sure we don't allow Indiana to do. Because if Obi Toppin, who is the same way Jalen Brunson is viewing this game as a revenge game because that head coach didn't believe in them, it's the same way how Obi Toppin is viewing this game as a revenge game because Tom Thibodeau did not believe in him. And it's pretty sad that the season that Julius Randle goes down and misses a big part of the season or misses the rest of the season is the season that we traded Obi Toppin. So this would have been the perfect opportunity for Obi Toppin to step into that starters rotation. Granted, I know it would have never happened, but this would have been the perfect opportunity for Obi to step into that starters rotation and take advantage of his opportunity. He never got the opportunity.
Sorry, bro. I muted the mic. The bird is going nuts in here.
All
dude.
good.
This
All
bird
good.
is
The
going
bird's excited about
nuts.
tonight also. The bird's excited about tonight.
I gotta
Shout
get
out
my
to
mom's
the
out.
chat. Shout out to
Oh.
everybody. The official payback. Nick Yak, Wiz, BK, CP, the artist. Nick Yak was in the building. Keyshawn was in the building. My guy Key, how you doing? Salute, salute, salute. NYC B-Ball. Tyler Tabbitt is in the building. Tyler, I
Let
hope
them
all
keep
is well.
babbing
Hope the
us.
fam is doing good. Mets, Knicks fans, let's go. Salute, salute, salute. Celso, let's go, bro. We gotta get this dub. Started out good. We lost game 1, round 2 against Miami last year. Let's not have a repeat this season. Let's not have a repeat this year. Game 1 is always the most important game in the playoff series. Get that first game, and the rest of the series is easy.
Facts. Well, look, we left it open for the open panel. Nobody else came up. You know, I wanted to keep it open just since we started late. No one's there. Appreciate all 275 plus that have been rocking with us this entire time. We plugged it a million times. We hate having to do it a million times. Here's the watch party, though. Come hang out with us. Come have a good time. I'm so excited that we were able to get it funded for me to fly in, and I get to be with you, Heck, and Phil, and just have a great night over there. Friday, guys, again, if you're in the Carolinas, hit me up. Watch party, Twin Peaks. The giveaways are dope. So enter it. The links are there. Stay locked into our socials. I'll keep everybody updated. We might be doing a pregame tonight. So I'm talking to Sean and Brew. We were like, you know what? We might do one before playback. So we'll know here in the next hour. We'll do a little pregame, a little hype up action tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
Man, I appreciate this entire community, man. You guys have been rocking with us. You help us in so many ways and just literally hang out with us for the last hour. Let's go kick some ass tonight.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What else we need, bro? Anything else before we go?
Just peace, positivity, drink some water, say something nice about yourself. And until next time, doses.